Hello everyone, MarcusWolfe here, welcoming you all to another episode of Disco Elysium, where you just heard me almost drop my mic box. Again, I really need to find a better way to make this, to have this set up on a proper stand instead of just on the most precarious thing where 1 inch to the left or right will make it fall. But then again, I like to live life on the edge, and well, it's worked for me so far. Cough, cough. Anyway, last we left off, we learned quite a few things. I had to separate the last episode into two, so sorry again if the last episode started in a weird position. It just happened. I didn't want to have what amounted to like an hour and 10 minutes for one episode. That's just way too long even for me. Then we had two separate bits of information, one from Titus Hardy and one from Classier. Classier has admitted that Titus and his gang asked her to please play the victim card. Well, legally speaking, it probably is true, even though in a gray area both of them were high off drugs, but it wasn't, you know, she expected it to happen, so it kind of does not become unwarranted sexual advances. I don't know the legal limbo about it. I really don't. But, case in point, I want to talk with Titus Hardy.
It's you again. What is it?
Well, once you get back into position, like you always have to do, like there's a big-ass red X marker here. Let's go over the victim again.
Again? Seriously?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Wrong command. So, I'll just get straight to the point. Classier says she wasn't a victim of unwanted sexual advances.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Guys, alright, just cut the bullshit. She told me the truth. Every little bit of it.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy!
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Where exactly did you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Okay. A bug. Cool. How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
And which one of you is doing this advanced radio work?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
So what exactly is on it?
What's on it? We call it the Door Gunner Mega Mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
Once I listened to it, yes. And why should I even care about it in the first place? You guys all lied to me, remember?
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Alright, fine. And where exactly can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
The lieutenant whispers.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
His voice echoes like thunder in the small room.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
He repeats calmly in a hushed voice.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
Well, let's take a look. Alright.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine. I'll take a good hard listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
How about a few more things before I go listening?
Yeah?
Never mind.
You do that.
It's like, never mind. A tape. The Door Gunner Mega Mix. They've already lied quite horribly, there we go. Quite horribly, I will say, but there's got to be something about this tape. A magnetic tape acquired from Titus Hardy. It supposedly holds a recording of the Mercenary Task Force radio communications. That was a mouthful. Recorded via a decryption station. Not a good omen. It requires a boombox to play. A boombox. Well, I know exactly where to go now, cause this was like, what, 20 episodes ago? God knows how long. There's a boombox in the, whatchamacallit, in the antique pawn shop place. See, I told you, my memory about these small details in games is kind of weird. I remember the small-ass things, usually. There are times when I just forget, but that's probably when I'm so engrossed in the story. It's like, oh my god, no! You know, but, yep, boombox is in the, oh god, the pawn shop.
You stare at the Great Door Gunner Mega Mix. If only you had a boombox, you would be able to play Titus's tape.
Well, let me first give... Oh god, how do I get out of here? Let me first give the radio player in my room a good, 1-2 shake. Wow, whoa. Why is the computer all of a sudden going a bit wonky-donkey? Please, do not go wonky-donkey. I don't need that happening to me right now. Classier. Can I ask Classier other things? Please? Thank you. Because I am curious. Can I ask her some things? Where are we? Actually, you know what? No. Whatever. I'm already up here anyway. It doesn't matter in the slightest. I will just ask her, see, now that I confronted Titus Hardy and the boys.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Well, I just came back from the Hardy boys. They gave me a recording, saying it proves the deceased's intention to, well, commit sexual misconduct.
It sounds like the boys would have preferred my saying it did happen. I didn't want to get caught up in this. What does that recording say?
We are in the process of listening to it, but haven't yet.
She nods, exhaling a dense cloud of cigarette smoke.
Yeah, when I got upstairs, I realized, oh, wait a minute, I probably should have actually listened to it first, because, all I can tell her is, there is a tape. She would prefer to stay out of it. So, Titus Hardy and his boys, Titus Hardy and his guys said that they tapped the frequency. I can't imagine. I can't imagine those mercenaries actively lying to themselves, unless they knew they were, you know, being tapped. But I don't think they knew they were wiretapped.
The compact tape player is still and silent. Seems it has completely broken down now. The machine was made in Revachol by a company called Le Mercier. Their logo depicts the triple-towered Delta skyline. It was supposedly built to last. There's no fixing this one.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix, but it isn't anymore.
Yeah. Any ideas, Kim?
My Kinema only comes with radio. Let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should talk to Roy at the pawn shop. He has stuff.
Oh, that's nice. So you could have just come up here and then get that little reminder. Oh, that's nice. So, well, I mean, I suppose that's fair, because not everyone is going to remember what happened, essentially, well, 20 episodes ago, let's say each is 45 minutes, essentially 8 or so hours ago, so that's going to be quite a long time. So it's nice that they threw that out, saying, hey, you can go here to get yourself a radio. So I do need that boombox. I can't believe that's actually coming into play. I really cannot believe it. That is amazing. Well, I shall be right back. Actually, no. There's something I think I can do, provided it's not too late in the day. I would like to talk to, if he's still here, the wonderful... No, not... Oh, there you go. Come on. Oh, for the love of God. There you go. Jeez, that was starting to get a little bit funky there. I want to talk to this nice gentleman here.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Sir, sorry if this may seem random, but do Maybells mean anything to you?
I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls bought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
And did they?
You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the ID for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston, but not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
The lieutenant quickly asks.
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you have to wait for at least a month.
So maybe some places where it's, it has a more ideal climate, it could bloom early, but not in this kind of weather. Thank you, Renee. Gaston?
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Renee, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
I was wondering, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Really? Absolutely nothing else?
No, officers. I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
If you don't mind me saying, Gaston, sounds a bit like you're holding back. I mean, yes, you keep your nose clean and don't gossip, but that doesn't mean you don't necessarily hear anything.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
And how do you know him?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Of course. Are you a Union member by any chance, Gaston?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
In many ways?
Oh, yes.
So, not an actual member then?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and René's eyes. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns the way the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate this socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
So, what exactly are these little things that you do for Evrard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things have you written for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Alright guys, let's try to stay on track here, okay?
On the Union track?
Sure, Union track. Are you a caviar socialist?
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer.
Okay, but then how can you be writing these newspaper pieces if you're not political?
Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics.
He just fluffs it up.
Yeesh. I mean, sure.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
But you need to believe in something. I mean, freedom, people, Revachol, maybe even money. It doesn't exactly have to be super political, but something.
I believe everyone has the right to think and do whatever they want. Even if it's nothing at all. I'm very adaptable.
Oh, mon Dieu.
The carabinier closes his eyes, like he's never going to open them again. I mean, I do believe in that and what Gaston is saying. Ah, God. I mean, I know I said before that I'm not socially active, and I admit that, but that doesn't mean that I don't believe in certain aspects and regarding, and I can also see Renee's side too, because I have this said to me that I can't just be on the fence and like dip my toes on the left side and then dip my toes on the right side. And I would say that is the issue with politics these days. You're not, it's like people don't allow anyone to be a centrist and say, oh, I agree with the right on these policies, and then, oh, I agree with the left on these policies. Like, you, these days it's like there's a fine line, and if you cross it, then you become a traitor, quote unquote. So it's it just becomes so messy. Politics has become ridiculously messy. You can't even agree that the other side might have a steamrolled into the ground. It's like, ugh. That's why I don't... I mean, Renee doesn't have that issue, it seems like. He's perfectly comfortable with his political position, which is not taking any sides. But I feel that he should have some side, even to a small degree, like I said. You could, like, agree with the left on certain policies, but you don't want to voice them, or you don't want to, like, fight for it. Well, okay, not fight for it. You just don't want to, you know, go along with the mass that says, okay, everyone for the left, go, 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 and no one for the right. You know, it's... I guess Renee's kind of, like, avoiding herd mentality to the point that he, quite honestly, just fluffs everything up. Very interesting.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Thank you. By the way, I remember you mentioning someone by the name of, Jean-Marie Beaulieu? Who's that?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
So you both knew her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl, back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
He jerks forward, but then grabs his chest and stops. Easy, fellows. There's no need for this to get ugly.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
You stole her from me.
René repeats, trying to steady his breathing and still clutching his chest.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You...
The tall veteran looks at you and nods.
No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
I'm sorry, but... May I ask what happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage. Peaceful.
He smiles faintly.
René and I were both by her bedside when she...
He pauses, searching for the right word.
Died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
Departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
Why would she be indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry.
The look in his eyes is happy and distant.
She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Huh. It's a bit odd.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
Of course. If you don't mind, I have been, eyeing your sandwich for a bit. It definitely looks delicious. Do you mind if I took a small bite of that before hitting the road?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder, well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Oh, please, man. Just a small bite.
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
Oh, please, friend, let's just share it. I mean, a small bite won't make a difference, would it?
Fuck off! It's mine!
He jerks away, immediately startled by his own reaction.
A glimmer of respect flashes in Rene's eyes.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
And it's gone.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Quite honestly, that's quite interesting. Well, let me raise my rhetoric. Let me raise my rhetoric, see if I can, I don't know, give myself a little bit more chance to eat his sandwich. God, I feel evil. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna do whatever I can to nom on your beautiful sandwich. It was rhetoric, right? Yeah, rhetoric. Nothing raises rhetoric, so that's fine. Actually, that does not raise rhetoric. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'll just give it a shot. Watch, I'm gonna lose some health or mentality on this.
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel safer already. How can I help you?
5, 4. I need a 14. Oh god, 10, 11, 12. 25% chance. This is gonna suck.
A man so principled about his sandwich
that was close.
calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
Political?
Too late. Daddy's already fighting the bad fight. Make it stick.
Your blood to be honest, these seem a bit fascist and communistic. What if I don't want to say them?
Say one of these fascist or communist things, or fuck off. Whoa, easy there, Goldmouth. He doesn't have to say anything. Re-engage cop mode and bail out, if you like.
Back to police mode. I have some questions, Gaston.
All right. Let's hear them, officer.
Okay, so something tells me if I did not have enough volition, I would have been stuck to saying something fascist or communistic. And I'm like, I don't want to say those. It's like, there's no need to be, like, mean about it. Jesus. I just wanted an honest question about... Honest question. I was just asking honestly to have a single bite, and, well, it didn't happen, so it's perfectly fine. But it's like, there's no need to get all grumpy-dumpy mean about it. What is this? Scribble between the thighs of a 3-page girl. A page 3 girl. L'original... original disco, basically. I can't read French. not 3-page. The 3rd page girl, like on a magazine. I totally read that wrong, so I'm so sorry. Roy, while I still remember, I would like to get something from you. Oh, and before I forget, you don't like the flashlight because... whoop-de-flippin'-do. Here you go, sir. Makes me feel better. The lights are off.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Well, I'm looking for something that plays the tape for police business.
Yeah, we still have those boom boxes on the shelves.
Okay,
I doubt it.
never mind.
The pawnbroker.
Yeah, we still have those boom boxes.
I have to actively look at it, right? Wait, this huge thing?
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape-reel eyes.
Is it possible that I can get a discount on this boombox? A police discount?
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Door Gunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, he'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play something so experimental. Careful, you can only do this once.
Well, I'm not just doing any kind of police work. I've got the Mega Door Gunner Megamix here. An era-defining piece of work. How about 4 real?
4 real is offensively low. But just this once. For the music, concrete, cop.
Oh my god, I can't... I can't believe that worked. No, I just figured YOLO. That is offensively low for real. Thank you, Roy, for, you know, for indulging me on this and actually going along with 4 real. God, I feel bad now. I mean, that's the art of, that's the art of bargaining, I suppose. Something I cannot do for the life of me, but sure. Thanks for the discount, man. Here's the money, 4 real.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Yay, thank you. And since I did kind of commit highway robbery with you, I will be over here to listen to the tape. I need to equip it. Oh my god. Why am I carrying it up like an actual boombox? Oh my god. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh my god, this is like the mid-90s all over again for me. Ugh. My brother was in high school by the time I was... No, was he? 5? No, he was in middle school by the time I was 5. So that'll be like 1996 for me. Some of his friends still did the boombox thing. So this really brings me back to see my brother's friends listening to a boombox. It really does. Wow. And just carrying it over the shoulder. Jesus, that's amazing. Anyway, can I play the tape now?
The portal reel
there we go, yep.
is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Okay, just press this button and there we go.
You push Command C and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
Oh. Commencer. Basically, commence or play. Is that how you say play in French? Commencer? Really, is that how you say... I gotta look that up, but yeah. Commencer, commence, play, start. Oh, God. Yeah, that's how I break it down. Like, commencer, English, commence, which means to start. which means to play. So it like breaks it down for those of you that are not sure. So I don't know a word of French, but again, studying the English language for my creative writing class, I had to learn prefixes and suffixes of words in different languages. So I understand bits and pieces of French and Spanish, but I can't speak it. If that makes sense.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Another... Oi! God. Another loud screech. Some kind of machinery. God, I heard that in my ear. Damn.
The harbor. That's the sound of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
A click. Then silence. The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porterille. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the end? Just silence?
End of recording.
Huh. Well, what do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Yeah. He also sounded inebriated.
Still.
Oh god. The lieutenant looks at the tape. You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of caution. No, it doesn't mean anything. It just... Legally speaking, that tape only mentions the intent to do something. The intent to do something. Okay, actually, let me rewind that. In some instances, the intent to do something is not a criminal offense. Like in this case, him saying that he intends later to forcibly have his way with Classier. That seems more like a threat, and it is punishable, but at the same time, it's not convictable, especially when we still don't know if the actual event occurred. I guess you could say it's like motive and opportunity kind of thing. So he mentioned the opportunity and his motive for doing it, but did he do it? That's the thing that's missing. So who is this Corty?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his.
And Kohoi, or whatever he said?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
The South Safre conflict is an ongoing proxy war between Grad and Safre. It has been hot for 12 years, with the atrocities piling on, mostly committed by the Grad.
Do you think he was there at some point?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter.
A symbol of Soldier of the Apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Alright then. So what next?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Definitely.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night.
I mean... It may not necessarily be a contradiction, but it's definitely something to ask about. It definitely is. I mean, Class A herself did say that I am 80% sure that... And then yada yada. So it's like, she's not 100% sure. And at the time, she did make an okay argument about her simply being drunk and not sure. Well, I mean, like, okay, fine, she can be drunk and whatnot, but... Oh, God, at the same time... I don't know. It's like, she's the one who called the police, so she does have some respect for the victim in terms of, you know, being a criminal, being dead, and just hanging there, quite literally. And yet, I don't know. Can I talk to Titus Hardy about this? And I have to wait for him to actually come up here again. Yes.
What is it?
God damn it, dude. Can you please not take 5 seconds for our conversation to start? It's kind of stupid. So, I've listened to the tape. Gonna be confronting Classy about it.
Smart boy. You go do that.
Really? That was it? That was it? I thought we were gonna have another... Okay, sure, whatever. Shrug. Shrug. I thought we were gonna have a little bit more of a talk, but you know, it's what it is. So let me just go ahead and get myself set up for the next episode, and I will call it here. A bit longer than the other ones, which are like 30 minutes apart, but still kind of short for what I usually do for this game. I think it's like, well, I don't think I had a cut, so 41 going on 42 minutes. But, good place to stop. Next episode, we're going to talk to Classier about this tape. Boy, we're really making a lot of headway. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to talk to Classier yet. Not yet. There is one other thing that I can do, which will still be for the next episode. But I'm going to make my way over there right now while I still wind down. For those of you that remember, which I will be amazed if you do because a lot of things happened, there is the witness that we need to speak to. He is a gentleman of the evening, and I believe he said that something about... No, not he. The cleaning lady at the apartment said that he is someone who appears, who's usually ready at 9 at night, and I am on the wrong side of the wall. God damn it. But yeah, I'm going to go over there right now. It takes me probably a couple minutes, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun talking to this wonderful gentleman. I just want to know what he has to say. At this point, it's just curiosity. But actually, no, it might not just be curiosity. He might actually have something important to say. And I want to figure that out before I talk to Classier, because it might be something that I can use. But until then, I will see you all on the next episode, where I will be in front of his doorstep. Later, everyone.